Hey everyone, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we are going to take a look at the updates on Global Labs this week. First, we have the latest Atoraxxion dungeon releasing next week. Well, partially, we get the main story and the grind spot within the dungeon next week. However, the boss itself comes out on March 26. Orzekea is a 300 AP, 380 DP dungeon on normal mode, and a 330 AP and 420 DP dungeon in Elvia mode. The grind spot within it requires 350 AP and 440 DP or 1100 total AP and 700 DR. The main loot seems to be Deboraka accessories, Kaphra stones, void crystals, which are a new item, ancient spirit dust, black stones, sealed black magic crystals, and the trash loot item, which is worth 96,040 silver each. Void crystals are used to craft the new void versions of Akrad and destruction crystals. Each give you 2 more AP than the older versions, and to craft the new Akrad variety, you need 1 glorious Akrad crystal, 30 void crystals, which again are the new items that drop from the Orzekea grind spot, and the dungeon clear chests, 300 magical lightstone crystals, and 500 blackstones. For the new destruction variety, you need 1 crystal of precise destruction, 30 void crystals, 300 magical lightstone crystals, and 500 blackstones. There are puzzles like the other dungeons you can do throughout the main story of Orzekea. Once the boss is introduced, you can also get loot on clears up to twice a week. Getting knowledge inside the dungeon is a staple of Atoraxxion, and once you acquire a certain amount, you get the usual fail stacks, Vaha accessories, and special titles. On your first clear, you will also get a special manor furniture item called Ancient Weapon of Atoraxxion. There are multiple titles you can obtain in Orzekea through clears and grinding. There are challenge quests you can complete on each difficulty once per account, and there are also special side quests that reward you with void crystals throughout the dungeon. These can only be completed solo and not in a party. That's all we know so far about Orzekea. We'll go over more once we get the dungeon next week, but next we have Sorceress, Tamer, Musa, Archer, Lahn, Sage, and Warrior all receiving class balance this patch. For Sorceress, Prime Dark Flame cooldown has been changed from 6 to 8 seconds, Ultimate Dark Flame cooldown has been changed from 9 to 8 seconds, Dark Tendrils cooldown has been changed from 11 to 8 seconds, and the Super Armor has been changed into 4 guard. Shadow Ignition Rabam cooldown has been changed from 10 to 8 seconds, Crow Nightmare Rabam cooldown has been changed from 20 to 14 seconds, Prime Dream of Doom animation speed has been improved, Prime Violation forward guard has been changed to super armor, Prime Crow Flare forward guard has been changed to super armor, Prime Shadow Eruption and Ultimate Shadow Eruption super armor has been changed to forward guard, Dark Backstep forward guard has been changed to super armor, Shard Explosion now has super armor, Night Crow has been improved to use the skill continuously after a jump as long as you have stamina. It's also been changed so that using Night Crow after jumping is no longer affected by the jump height increase effect. They've also changed the falling speed when using Night Crow after jumping. When using Night Crow on the ground, the character will now rotate and move according to the camera direction when the character disappears. For damage, here are the preliminary numbers. Next, we have Tamer. Flash now has a forward guard while using the skill. The stiffness CC is now PvE only. Flash Pull Thrust now has forward guard when using the skill. The magic DP debuff is now an all DP debuff of -30 for 10 seconds. Flash Stance Shift now has a forward guard when using the skill. Sharpening Claw's magic AP buff is now 16 instead of 10. The AP debuff has also been changed to -16 from -10. Prime Trample now has a magic AP buff of 16 for 10 seconds. Prime Lightning of Earth now has a -30 DP debuff instead of -20. And Jolt Stab Rabam no longer has a DP debuff on hits. For Awakening Tamer, Garuda, Flow, and LBD Echo White Tiger now all have a unified -30 DP debuff for 10 seconds. For damage, here are their preliminary numbers. Now for Awakening Musa, Fiery Crevice attack speed and cast speed debuff has been removed, and they have added a 20% effect to all defense reductions for 10 seconds. Cross Crusher movement speed debuff has been removed. It has been improved to connect to the second form of the chain attack after the Flow Dash Slash and Fiery Crevice skills are used. Counter Assassination attack and cast speed debuff effects have been changed from 10% to 20%. Musa's Resolve AP buff has also been changed from 10 to 20, and for damage, here are the preliminary numbers. For Archer, we have a lot of changes, so bear with me. Flow Grand Bloom, the attack distance applied when learning this skill has been reduced. The movement speed reduction effect on a successful hit has also been removed. Full Bloom and the BSR version, the movement speed reduction effect on a successful hit has been removed. For Marked Bloom, the attack distance and range have been reduced. For Flow's Light Trail, the attack range has increased. It can no longer be used during cooldown. After an attack, the character will no longer move regardless of camera rotation. Forward guard has been added while using this skill. Accordingly, the stiffness CC has been changed to be PvE only. only, and skill damage has been changed to apply the same amount of damage as Radiant Explosion. For Steady Breath and Exhale, they've changed to share a cooldown. Only one of the two skills can be activated at a time. Accordingly, the cooldown of Exhale has now been changed to 5 seconds. The HP recovery effect of Steady Breath has been changed from 300 to 500. The control keys for Steady Breath have been changed from A or D plus C. However, when Steady Breath cannot be used, it will switch to the crossbow or great bow state as before. Accordingly, the great bow skill and tactical strike will be activated when using right click with A or D while in crossbow mode. When using Steady Breath, it has been changed to consumed mana instead of stamina. However, stamina will not be restored while using this skill. For Flow Verdure Clout, it has been changed so that the forward guard effect is applied up to 2 hits. The first hit floating CC has been changed to apply only in PvE. You can no longer use it during cooldown. The forward guard effect is not applied after an attack, and it's been changed so that the character will rotate according to the camera rotation only until just before attacking. For Earth Shatter, it's been changed so that the forward guard effect is applied while using the skill. Knockback CC on successful hits in PvP has been removed. Pain damage on successful hits has also been removed. For Covering Fire, it's been changed to consume mana instead of stamina when used. As a result, stamina will be restored while using the skill. The character will also now rotate according to the camera rotation only until just before attacking. Gaping Darkness forward guard effect while using the skill has been changed to Super Armor. The skill now consumes stamina instead of mana. It can no longer be used during cooldown, and when a character is in the air while attacking, a falling animation will now occur. For Watcher, it's been changed to activate only via quick slot. Accordingly, it's been changed to make locking impossible. For Storm of Light, it's been changed so that it can be activated even in the Great Bow state, and they've added a forward guard effect when using this skill. For Meteor Dive, movement distance has increased. The effect of recovering mana on hits has also been removed and changed to the effect of recovering 100 health per hit. For Bolt of Radiance, knockback CC on successful hits has been changed to also apply in PvP. They've also improved the ability to smoothly transition from one skill to another after using Bolt of Radiance. The burning effect of the skill has also been removed. Great Bow training passive all attack power increases have been changed from 10 to 20. Light's Path all attack power increase effects have also been removed, and the ranged attack power increase effect of the skill has been changed to all AP plus 20. The movement speed reduction effect on hits has also been removed. Light's Mark cooldown has been changed from 25 seconds to 90 seconds. Zephyr Leap and Ultimate Zephyr Leap have been changed so that it cannot be activated during cooldown. Stamina is no longer restored throughout the entire animation when using this skill, and after an attack, the character no longer rotates according to the camera direction. The effect of restoring mana on hits has been removed. When acquiring the Ultimate Zephyr Leap skill, the attack judgment changes to a penetrating type. Accordingly, the attack judgment occurs in the direction of the character regardless of the aim target. The Stiffness CC has been changed to be PvE only. They added a minus 20% movement speed reduction effect for 5 seconds on good hits. Protection on these skills has been changed from Super Armor to Forward Guard to just Super Armor while using this skill. For the BSR Ultimate Zephyr Leap skill, attack judgment for the second hit will be changed to a penetrating type. Accordingly, the attack judgment will occur in the direction of the character regardless of the aim target. The effect of restoring mana on hits has been removed. The Stiffness CC has been changed to be PvE only, and they've added a minus 20% movement speed reduction effect for 5 seconds on good hits. Glissade has changed to a skill that consumes stamina instead of mana. Accordingly, stamina will not recover while using this skill. Hits 2 and 3 have been removed completely. The health recovery effect on hits has also been removed. Movement distance has increased. The skill's attack judgment will be changed to a penetrating type, and accordingly, the attack judgment will occur in the direction of the character regardless of the aim target. The phenomena of movement speed of being affected when using the skills has been fixed. The knockdown CC has been changed to occur on the first hit, and for Uproot, the attack range of surrounding hits and hit damage will be integrated. Accordingly, the attack judgment will be changed to occur only in front of the character. The floating CC when the first hit is successful has been changed to a knockdown CC, and now stamina is not restored until the end of the additional hit action. For Low Sweep, it's been changed so that the skill add-ons of Uproot are activated when a hit is successful, and it can no longer be used during cooldown. For Righteous Smite, defense judgment has been changed from Super Armor to Forward Guard while using this skill. For Glide, defense judgment has been changed from Super Armor while moving to Invincible while using the skill into Super Armor. Stamina consumption has been changed from 100 to 200. The duration of the protection has also been increased. For Piercing Cry, stamina consumption has been changed from 200 to 100, and Tactical Strike, stamina consumption has been changed from 200 to 100. For damage, here are the preliminary numbers. For Awakening Lahn, Flailing Blades attack speed buff no longer applies when the skill is used during cooldown. Taunting Death AP buff has been moved to Eradication, and the cooldown has been changed to 7 seconds from 6 seconds. Flow Mangler cooldown has been reduced to 7 seconds from 10. Furor cooldown has been reduced to 7 seconds from 10. Flow Dancing with Death cooldown has been reduced to 7 seconds from 10. Blood Moon Twist cooldown has been changed from 4 seconds to 7. Bridal Despair cooldown has been changed from 6 seconds to 7. Tailspin cooldown has been changed from 7 seconds to 10. Flow of Ice cooldown is now 10 seconds instead of 12. Binding Chains cooldown is now 7 seconds instead of 8. Earthly Pain cooldown has been changed from 4.5 seconds to 7, and the add-on tier has been increased from 1 to 2. And for damage, here are their preliminary numbers. For Awakening Sage, Lightning Surge Stiffness CC is now PvE only. Super Armor has been changed to be applied while using the skill. When activated in an overcharged state, you have invincibility to Super Armor while using the skill. Flow Judgment has been changed to a skill that has a separate damage amount regardless of Divine Executioner. You can now use add-ons on this skill as well. It will now consume stamina in all situations, even when linked after Divine Executioner. Stamina consumption has been changed to 100 instead of 150. Divine Executioner cooldown is now 10 seconds, and the add-on tier has been changed from 3 to 2. Bolt stamina use is now 100 instead of 200, and the stamina use when using it during cooldown has been changed from 250 to 150. Void Gateway's floating CC is now PvE only. Impaling Flash in the BSR version no longer catches enemies through the charging attack, but instead moves a certain distance. However, if there is an enemy in front of you, the attack will activate and then stop. The stun effect on successful hits has been changed to a knockback CC and now applies in PvP as well. They've improved the ability to smoothly transition from one skill to another after using Impaling Flash. The distance traveled while attacking has been reduced, and you now consume stamina instead of mana. Chain Lightning DP debuff has been changed from -20 to -30. Pain damage has been removed, and they added a shock effect that reduces speed on hits. Spear Bolt SA after a dash will last longer. The Seize cooldown has been reduced to 18 seconds from 20. Spear Bolt and Flow Aftershock after a dash will now immediately move the camera to look behind the opponent, and for damage, here are the preliminary numbers. For Awakening Warrior, we saw some damage corrections compared to last week. Now for Hardcore Server, they have made some tweaks to the mode from feedback, I'm guessing from Korea, since that's the only region that's had it long enough for them to see feedback. The aura of the Black Spirit that had been encroaching on the hunting grounds of the Gahaz bandits and Pilaku have disappeared. The mobs here have been weakened and can now be cleared. Quests have been revamped to require less than 3k points or 6k points instead of 20k or 40k depending on the quest to accept. The compensation remains the same as before. They added areas where the penalty for defeating low point players does not apply. Usually you have a 30% penalty if you grind someone who has less than 20% of your points. Leighton and Paturan Field Boss spawns no longer have this penalty. Gahaz bandits, Pilaku, Akhman, and History of Ruins also all no longer have that penalty as well. The activation rules for the Dark Fog that appear when a certain number of players gather close together have been supplemented. When the Dark Fog is created, you will be moved to a separate area and then the battle will commence. Accordingly, other players outside of the Dark Fog cannot actually go inside. If only one person survives the Dark Fog, they will be moved back to the original location. A mysterious warrior, so an elite, appears wandering around the hardcore server looking for players. Defeating them will grant you a large amount of points and rare gear. Each area seems to have a designated elite that can spawn. Field boss loot has been improved to give higher grade gear drops and no longer drops green items. For RBF, you can now approach the blue lights located in the waiting area to join the battle. The terrain of Castle Ruins has also been changed. The protection effect received when going out into the battlefield after being resurrected in RBF has been changed from increased evasion and damage reduction to increased damage reduction rate. For War of the Roses, they have improved the system to ensure more even distribution of factions when a guild or alliance participates. A new season is coming called Season Inspector School. You get 1000% combat XP boost at all times in season channels, a pen boss armor selector, a Tet boss armor and weapon set, a Capocia set, a Patrigio pocket watch as well that can insta-level a normal character to 61, and the Breezy fishing rod, which is a similar item to the Krampakron fishing rod and the Creo's Miraculous fishing rod from the Cash Shop events. They give you 100 mastery, triple flow catch status, can also be branded, cannot be repaired, and the Cash Shop versions had 2000 durability, while this season exclusive version only has 1000 durability. The rest of the benefits are very similar to the benefits we've seen in the previous revamp of seasons, allowing you to get a Pen Black Star and Tet carries that item through some quests, although these quests are still once per account. They have changed some UI related to Atoraxxion, and when using the View Equipped Crystals menu in the other character equipment view, it has been improved so that it is displayed based on the crystal slots unlocked for the currently logged in character. That's all for the updates in this Global Labs patch. I'll have a breakdown of the Orzekea story, grind spot, and full class balance changes when we get these updates next week. Let me know what you think about the new crystals and new grind spot. Are you looking forward to the latest Atoraxxion dungeon? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.